Hello there.
I'm Robert.
And I'm Vanessa.
And we are late to the party. And BBC, what you doing? They blocked our reaction to Part 2 of Spyfall. They blocked it, unblocked it, we disputed it, but it did take a few days for it to get lifted. That's usually not the case.
Right, usually it's kind of instant.
Right away.
Yeah.
The highlight reaction does go to the Patreon too once it gets blocked on YouTube, so you could watch it there as well. But either way, again, that full episode watch along. Thank you to everybody that joined up for the Patreon, for Doctor Who, The Mandalorian, Supernatural, Stranger Things when it eventually comes back. But the Doctor is back, and now we've got the show on the road finally. She's harboring a little bit more sadness, anger, frustration, and knowledge now that Gallifrey is basically no more. Well, it's there, it's just on fire.
It fell.
It did fall.
At the hands of one of their own.
And that was the whole plan for the entire arc of basically David Tennant and Matt Smith.
Trying to find home, but now it's destroyed. So basically now we're just trying to figure out what is going on. Who is the timeless child?
Right.
We don't know.
BBC actually, they reminded us because we didn't go back and rewatch that first season with Jodie Whittaker, and they reminded us, oh yeah, they mentioned the timeless child when it came to the shrouds.
The timeless child.
What did you just say?
Like they brought it up once before. So Chibnall, I tip my hat to you because you are doing a little bit of long game, which is kind of cool. But you're also changing the story and changing the canon, and hopefully you don't get too crazy with that.
Right.
But things are changing, and we are trudging forward into Episode 3 of Series 12 of Doctor Who. Now.
I did not know it was their mating season.
Graham, my son, I've got it.
That's the adventure I want to see. Come on.
Right. From getting delivered by the coffee machine upstairs, or is it downstairs? Collect 6 coupons, get a free holiday.
Might get you out your mardy mood. My mood's fine.
No, that's not.
Told.
Squares nothing. No, don't put them together yet.
Don't fetch me speedos. Only joking. Already got them on.
I like that teleport effect. Yep. You a fan of Flock of Seagulls? No, but I could tell you are. She kind of looks like a Mog.
Yeah.
From Spaceballs.
I'm going to sit over there, then sit somewhere else, then cocktails. All inclusive, Doc. Got to get your coupons worth. Get in.
Yeah. She's living it up.
I love it.
I'll have a look round then.
Relax. Our staff are being informed.
Contain it. Radio in.
We've had 46 years. We never needed to be married.
Just like Kurt and Goldie.
Absolutely gorgeous.
You ruined it.
This place has got everything.
Get out of there, yes.
Oh, dang.
That's not a shock. It's a hopper virus.
I'm not a machine.
Hoppers are multi-platform.
Yeah, you are.
Did it just go through me?
It's moving deeper inside you to go.
She's ready to catch him.
First aid training kicks in. Now suck your thumb until the hallucinations stop, and remember, they're not real bats.
I love it.
It's fine.
Yes.
Usually nothing. I say usually.
It's always something.
It's always something.
Pilot, surgeon, pilot, surgeon. I'm a surgeon for pilots.
Was he Art Vandelay?
Also, where does the 3 come in hyphen? Never mind, that one can wait. Also, what's behind that door? How about?
Yes.
Galactic Standards and Practices Officer. Security and hygiene? Now, are you and your excellent tail gonna let me have a look?
Yes, the
or I'm gonna have
psychic
to
baby.
bark at you?
Who's this?
I'm the doctor, and you, madam, are far too handsy. Resulting spectations
I know her.
out
Where's she
there,
from?
Which might send a holiday spa with an ionic membrane.
She kind of looks like Lydia in Breaking Bad. No! I'm gonna pull him down the hallway. Yeah! That's scary.
No, thank you.
No? Oh, that's eating him.
It's just a drill.
Not a drill. Repeat.
We should probably head to the linen cupboard.
Yeah.
I'm not a hotel critic. I didn't want to say unemployed nobody.
They had a pretty nice resort for being unemployed.
Should neutralize. If I had crayons and half a can of spam, I could build you from scratch. Now out of the way.
I love her.
No! Go!
The hat filmer.
I like the shoes.
Got it.
He spilled his drink.
Ionic membrane.
I don't think that was his
It lets out
Oh.
any life.
Oh no! Post.
Firewall?
Yeah, basically.
Those red dots. Casualties of the dregs.
Don't look, Silas.
Yes, don't look at the red dots.
If I had to guess, the doctor.
Yeah.
Can you show me
Saved your
Ryan?
ass.
Where's Ryan on there?
Where's Benny?
Oh no, I hope Benny's okay.
It ain't the aliens that are gonna kill me, it's worrying about you.
What, me, Am I having a stroke or something?
It's a fake occasion.
Oh, it's kind of like
bad breadstick.
Battlefield Earth.
News. In an ultra-rich
not a
environment,
good
the wee
comparison.
fold themselves.
No, it's not.
Better go and fire up the truck.
Yeah.
I built it myself.
Yeah,
Uh-oh.
good. Tell me you helped him build it.
Moving out.
I'm getting like midnight.
Oh, okay.
It's nearly always a ruling elite that gets to evacuate.
That's messed up.
This
What
is all
happened to
from
Earth?
55.
They could let it.
And if you can't evacuate?
You die.
Yeah.
And why is your gun fitted with an X-Apex modulator? You'd only need that against a thing that could adapt to your attack.
Yeah. Like the Borg.
Yeah.
Adapt to guns and to nuclear winter.
Tesla?
Basically. It does look like the truck.
What's going on?
Just talking.
Where are we up to?
Yeah, Ryan.
She's all ready to jump in.
What are you talking about?
We both have dead parents.
Yeah, pretty much.
One of them.
Set a trap.
Yeah.
This is a trap, presumably set by the dregs.
It does feel very
basically our
midnight.
only option.
Yeah.
Benny! Benny, where are you?
Shut up, girl.
The massive
Too late.
hills all around us.
And the little hills have eyes.
What are we gonna do?
Ugh.
Form, we're gonna deal with.
Are you in there?
Oh no!
But I have two questions. Will you marry me?
Yes!
If anyone can, will they please shoot me?
Benny!
No!
Shouldn't have left the dome.
Just let you run away. You're dead. Later, girl.
Bye. Yeah, keep moving.
These things are the slowest monster adaptable aliens I've ever seen.
Did you see Benny? Yeah, I killed him.
Shit.
What did you just say? What,
He asked for it.
He asked me to. You're not getting out anywhere.
Bella! What is it you want?
To burn everything you've built to the ground. And she doesn't even recognize me now.
Oh, snap.
Ugh. And she gave me the name Trixabelle.
Yeah! There you go.
You talk too much. Using up all your oxygen.
Oh no! Oh no! And they're right there.
Creepy
That's more of
shot.
them. They'll be too fast for us to take cover.
Too fast for you.
That looks like Russian.
It is Russian.
It's a Siberian underground station.
This is Earth.
They're on Earth?
It's gonna be Earth.
Run!
She's gonna run at them.
Oh, she's gonna sacrifice herself.
No!
One of you hurt my Benny!
That one.
But it just blew out the mainframe.
Oh, yeah.
Nest, watch out for doors. They sleep standing up.
So now it's like I Am Legend.
Oh no. That's how you get the doctor not to say anything. She's gotta do.
Take away her oxygen.
She's gotta
Conserve.
Yeah.
Oxygen supply refilling.
Oh snap.
Oxygen supply refilling.
Ah! We're gonna destroy our planet. We know this already.
It breathes carbon dioxide in and oxygen out like a really angry tree.
Yeah.
There you go. They're refraining from showing us a lot of the action happening.
Yeah.
How did Earth end up like this?
Good warnings from every scientist alive. Global warming, the food chain collapses, mass migration and war.
Kind of reminds me a lot of the Time Machine as well.
You never listen to me! Do it yourself then! Doctor, Responding to the
Listen
call.
to him.
The hopper virus.
Good luck with that, Dad.
You're just storming off.
We have one advantage over them. Oxygen. We love it. The dregs hate it. If I can up the oxygen levels, the dregs will be weakened. Let's use auto-locks.
Okay.
That was a lot.
Well, I'll do this.
Got a plan, right?
Oh, it's for at least 3/8 of a plan. Right here. 2/8.
I'll be honest, all I've got is a letter P, but sometimes that's all I need.
It makes sense. I mean, I do need the oxygen.
I'd
but
be like,
it's
"Woo!"
Silas,
Like, that's some good shit.
you grab Silas and I'll meet you at the top.
Where's my boy? He'd know what to do.
He's back all of a sudden.
They've changed.
Remember when
but
they just ripped
didn't.
through giant
So they
concrete
lost
walls?
everything.
Chicken wire.
Smarter.
My one weakness.
Set this bomb.
That was interesting.
Oh
The
no.
virus.
There's too many people to transport.
Who are you leaving? There you go.
Get out of here. You and Silas can go.
I pushed the green guy off too. A little bit of a kickback on that
Yeah, I
blaster.
guess so.
Oh, she's back.
Yeah.
Got this.
What's she gonna do? Watch? I love that effect.
But it's one possible future. It's one timeline.
There you go.
In your time, humanity's busy arguing over the washing up while the house burns down. I think you forget how powerful you are.
Feel like she's talking to us.
Or wreck them. That's the
It was like a
choice.
really long
Be the best of
PSA
humanity.
It really
episode.
is, yeah.
Oh,
Somehow we turn into that thing.
And it just ends there? Sure. So I gotta say, that's the first time that I have felt where they were preaching. Like, preaching to us as a viewer. Now, granted, I know there's been some things that have happened in the last couple seasons so far where it's a heavy-handed criticism on the way we approach things, or it's just basically human rights. This one was the one where it's like, oh, you treat the planet good and it's gonna end up being good for you, but if you don't, it's gonna get destroyed. We know. They're destroying the planet. Like, we're trying our part. Yes, it's got to be the higher ups that do it. We absolutely agree 100%. And this tale ain't new when it comes down to it. Like, the Time Machine covered like this exact thing where you end up scorching the earth and it's not capable of being habitable, and you end up having the evolution of the two races rise, the Morlock and the Eloi, and it's like the Morlocks just come and feed on the Eloi, and they're monsters and beasts and live underground that keep coming up, and it's Earth. When we don't take care of it, it's Earth falling apart. But this is the one, like you said, it felt like an elongated PSA for a good portion of it there towards the end.
Right. It felt like, long story short.
Right.
Like, you get this whole, like, workaround of this story, but then at the end you're like, oh, this is really what it's about.
Right.
Oh, it's Earth. And it's like, okay. I mean, in Doctor Who, we've seen multiple times where the Earth has been, destroyed, or
right.
It has its own, like, it has different stories that happens with Earth. So this is just another one of those stories. And I get it. Like, you want to say, like, hey, this is what's happening to the Earth. This is the way that we're showing you could happen in a very fiction way.
Right, yeah.
Because to grab your attention, because you're watching Doctor Who, but then they're like, oh, by the
sci-fi.
way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very sci-fi. Now, when it comes to, like, the production design, I really like the production design. I like the clothing that everybody had. I like the actual resort. And then when we were out in the field, going on this adventure, it felt like the hills have eyes at some point, too. It felt very much like an extension of Midnight.
Right.
But the thing is, so we were on an alien planet on Midnight. They couldn't go out there, and it was the bright light. And I was like, that was kind of cool. But this went a different way with it, where it's like, it's your own planet has descended into unhabitability. Does that work? I'm going with it. I'm going with it. Inhabitability. But yeah, it's there. We can no longer survive on this planet because we wrecked it so hard. And granted, I love it in Time Machine. Here, though, I didn't really... Like, the monsters I did dig because I dig the guy in the suit type monster when it comes to Doctor Who. But the only thing is, like, well, the face feels very artificial to me. And because nothing was moving, he's just like, oh. And then at one point, they focused in on the eyes. He's all, oh, and his eyes opened. And it's like, oh, I need a little bit more here, a little bit. They just kind of went a little easy with it in terms of some of the cool things that they've been able to do in the past. Granted, the silence, they just stood there and waved their hands and did their thing. And it was badass. So, but this one, I just kind of want a little bit more out of like the scariness of the monsters. Then they would go full CG when there's a whole bunch of them.
Yeah.
And it didn't look that good to me.
Yeah.
But when it came, when it came down to like the suspense, I don't know what it was. Like at some point during this episode, I did kind of just like, well, I'm not buying what this girl's doing with him, with Ryan. I'm not buying Lydia from Breaking Bad doing what she's doing with the mom and the daughter stuff. The little kid and the dad, like the little kid, I thought the little kid was going to Will Robinson his way right through this. He kind of did, but come on, kid. Like, he just ran away and ended in trouble.
It was like little tiny stories between them that had like father, daughter, son, father, like situations going on. And then you had the
Benny and Mrs. Benny.
I know, poor them. They're like the only ones that I was like, as soon as you saw them too, I was like, oh, something's going to happen to them.
I just thought they approached it weird though. It's like, they took him and then they dragged him back and he's fine. And it's like, oh, will you marry me and kill me? What's going on with you right now, Benny? Like, what did they do? And like, I killed him. Okay. Like, wait, what? Like, I just felt like there were a lot of things happening off camera that were kind of weird.
Yeah.
To where I didn't feel fully invested in what was going on. That's it. I just wasn't invested in what was going on in the story. It looked pretty.
Every time they go into a resort, there's always something, though.
Yeah, it goes wrong for them. So stop going on vacation and expecting it to be a vacation.
Right.
Because if you're with the doctor, it's going to be it's gonna be a bad time. And why would the coffee machine be giving away prizes in the future to the post-apocalyptic Earth on her TARDIS? I get it. Maybe the TARDIS chose that coffee machine. I don't know. It's weird.
Maybe it was just the coffee that they were getting. Who knows?
He said it was on the TARDIS, though.
Right?
And he was able to put them all together.
The coffee machine on the TARDIS, but I feel like it was the coffee that they were getting. I don't know. Well, it
falls apart like those little cars that he was building his cube with.
Yeah.
The teleportation effects look legit. Like, I love that.
That's where they put all the money to.
That's what they invested it for. It looks like the freaking beam of the proton pack for the particle blaster. The way it wrapped around. So that was cool. I enjoyed that. But Graham as well, hilarious as always.
That'd be kind of cool if we see the kid come back, but like later.
Yeah, he's
like
older.
Doctor. Yeah.
God, his dad was annoying, though. I wanted to backhand him. Where's my son? He can know how to fix this. Either way, they're not all winners, but there were some cool things about it, but all in all, just kind of weird.
Right.
But either way, looking forward to next week. As long as the BBC doesn't end up blocking this reaction, or any future reactions, you'll be able to see them right here on our channel. You can also like and subscribe.
And did a thing on our Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram, Stardust.
All the social networking ginger you know where they are. Kick into the party, fuel the party, keep the party going on our Patreon. Get to these full episode watch-alongs. A lot of funny little things of my naysaying against this episode were available in that reaction, so you can find that on our Patreon. Thank you guys so much, and as always,
now it's time to say goodbye.
This party is over.
Bye.
Bye.